Hey Magic players, this is Ben with MTG Frontier Guide, and today we are doing a fast frontier deck tech, and it's going to be Bant Humans. Okay, so let's get into the deck. We're going to be running 4 copies of Collected Company, so we can cheat our creatures into play faster. There's a lot of creatures in the deck. We're actually only running 8 non-creature, non-land cards in the entire deck. The other 4 non-creature, non-land cards are going to be a playset of Dromoka's Command to provide a little bit of removal for the deck, and also give us some protection against damage-based instants or sorcery spells. We'll move into the creatures. There's quite a few of them. We're going to start out with a new creature from Aether Revolt. It'll be 4 copies of Metallic Mimic, naming humans. So whenever we have a human enter the battlefield, it will enter with a +1/+1 counter on it. Then we will have a full play set of Warden of the First Tree. It's good to have a 1-drop within the deck so we can get on the board early. Warden of the Tree also scales if you have any extra mana available. You can pump it up. Trample and Lifelink are definitely not to be underrated. Then we're running 2 Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. This way it'll help us filter some of the draws out. And then once he flips, he also provides us another opportunity to flash back a Collected Company from the graveyard as well. So the next card we're running is 4 copies of Thalia's Lieutenant. Thalia's Lieutenant is a must-have for any human deck. It puts 1/1 counters on each human you control, and also gets pumped up for each human that enters the battlefield. Then we're having 4 copies of Reflector Mage. This is for the tempo play, so we can bounce their creature and swing in for some damage and try to get in the damage while we can. And then we're going to have another play set of creatures from Aether Revolt. It's going to be 4 copies of Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier works very well in Frontier with the access to fetch lands. Not only can you crack a fetch, cast the Rallier, get back a creature, you can also get back that fetch land if you're needing additional land, and put it back onto the battlefield and crack it and fetch again that same turn. Next up is 2 copies of Thalia, Heretic, Cathar. Again, this plays with the tempo. It forces the opponent's creatures to come into play tapped, and their non-basic lands to come into play tapped, which means they have to wait a turn before they can crack any kind of fetch lands that they might play. And then we'll have 2 copies of Tireless Tracker. Once again, with fetch lands, this does work very well. You get 2 clues off of each fetch land. If you're bringing fetch lands back with the Renegade Rallier, you can generate additional clues there as well. It provides us something to put our mana into in the late game to help with the card advantage. And the last creature we'll have in the deck is 1 copy of Abzan Falconer, and that's just so we can go over the top with our creatures and get in for lethal. Our mana base is kind of on the expensive side. We're going to have 4 copies of Flooded Strand, 4 copies of Windswept Heath, and 4 copies of Wooded Foothills. And then we'll have 2 copies of Prairie Stream, and 1 copy of Canopy Vista, and 4 Botanical Sanctums. And we'll finish out the deck with 3 basic forest and 3 basic plains. Now, your sideboard definitely depends on your local meta. Some of the cards to include could be Hallowed Moonlight, Lantern Scout, Reclamation Sage, Dispel, Valorous Stance, or Gideon, ally of Zendikar. Obviously, you want to change your sideboard up depending on what you're going to be facing in your local game store. Once again, this has been with MTG Frontier Guide, and this was our fast Frontier deck tech for Bant Humans. Now, I hope you liked the content. If you did, make sure you hit that like button or share it. Also, now's a great time to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Now, if you liked our intro video, definitely check out renderforest.com. They have a lot of different options and things available on there if you'd like to create something similar. Now, once again, you guys have a great day and keep playing some Magic and have fun, guys.